case in particular, but in the whole idea of what's happening with our society, with not just kids, but people up to sort of mid-30s in a way. Some of the way they're behaving epitomised by what we saw in the riots, doesn't it, Olivia?
I think it does. I mean, it's almost funny, isn't it? The 11-year-old back in the dock. If we go back to that footage of the riots with, messages being put out, tell your children to come home. These are not kids who are home in time for tea, be home in time to watch news at 10. They are, kids absolutely running wild, and how we go about getting them involved back into the mainstream is about as tough a question as the Euro. I mean, it's a...
Well, do you know what, talking of the Euro, and it's just caught my eye here, time running out to sort the Euro crisis, says George Osborne. That's not anything new in that sense. But it's this. Should Britain ever join the Euro currency, yes or no? What do you think the results are going to be, Michael?
Well, among readers of the Daily Express, I think the answer may very well be no. What interests me is that these calls cost 26 minutes from a BT line. You can ask questions and get the obvious answer and still make a few bob out of it. That Richard Desmond, he's not daft.
No, well, I can't imagine readers of any paper actually voting yes to that at the state of the Euro at the minute. Let's talk about Brad Pitt, Olivia.
They do have one great story. This is another PR disaster. Brad Pitt has just been in the Toronto Film Festival. He's promoting his new film, and he's given an interview in which he seems to have said life with the gorgeous Jennifer Aniston was dull. Now, I have to confess, Jennifer Aniston I find quite annoying.
Do you?
Yes, but as a woman,
brutal?
No, I'm not. There are actresses I love, Christina Hendricks. Jennifer is not a favourite. But any woman hearing Brad slag off his ex-wife, it's a terrible look. So much so that he's actually put out a statement today saying it wasn't that she was dull, making it worse.
I'll tell you what says it all, though, Olivia, because we're running out of time. That's what he looked like 10 years ago, married to Jennifer Aniston. So there you go. This is what he looks like now.
Where did it all go wrong?
He has a deeper spiritual life because he's running around with the new Mrs. Pitt, Angelina Jolie, saying, doing good around the world and engaged in crusades.
Well, as long as it's good for the soul. Michael, Olivia, great to see you both. Thanks very much indeed.
Tonight, over the Swiss Alps, we'll see changeable conditions, settling later.
No clubbing.
Well, heavy rain will clear all but the extreme north of Scotland overnight, whilst the rest of the country will see showers blowing in from the west. The showers will be heaviest, most frequent in the west, merging together at times to give some longer spells of rain. Eastern areas could start the day dry, showers later. Going to be cool and breezy everywhere, temperatures between around 13 and 16 degrees Celsius.
Weather updates, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
Coming up on Sky News, mine misery. How a community is now coping with the deaths in South Wales.
You wouldn't behave like this on foot. So why do some people do it whilst they're driving? It's not worth getting angry about. I didn't. I got AXA car insurance. Go to AXAinsurance.com, where the more experienced you are, the more you'll save on your car insurance with up to 90% no-claims discount. If you think your driving experience should be rewarded, join us. Experienced drivers wanted at AXAinsurance.com. AXA, redefining standards.
Right now at Homebase, you can brighten any space with a third off Dulux 5-litre coloured paint. A little inspiration goes a long way at Homebase.
New Heinz pasta pouches. To liven up your lunchtime, it has to be Heinz.